spicy. Welcome back to another episode of Spicy Chronicles. I am your host, Courtney Shav.
And I'm a bad bitch. I'm Adrian.
All right, bitch, what's been going on? You got a new hair. I got new hair.
I think it's time. Well, I really am trying to just release myself from, I need to have my wig on, I need to have my nails done. I want to keep the consistency of looking good and feeling good, but I just don't want to do all the things. I want to do all the things all the time. I'm not sucking in my stomach. If the belly's big, it's big. If it's out, it's out. I'm just going to paint my nails regular and just wear my hair out when I feel like it sometimes.
I kind of feel you on that because, some of the things that I did for, high maintenance, my lashes are individuals. My nails done every 2 weeks. That shit, I'm okay if it's not done at 100% or,
right.
My lashes are not on. It's cool,
As long as you feel good, I think that's what's most important. I feel good.
Right.
And I can move with that.
And that's all that really matters. Well, today's episode is titled Love, Sex, and Drugs. So you guys anonymously sent in your stories about the time that you guys had illegal drugs in your system and you had sex.
Wow.
Wait, Ash, have you ever done an illegal drug and then had sex on it?
Illegal?
Illegal.
Weed is legal now, right?
Right, so it don't kind of count.
Yeah, I'm not with the illegal things because not for going to jail purposes. I'm just scared something's gonna happen to me, and then I gotta end up going to jail because where'd you get that from?
You wouldn't go to jail, but you'll be in hospital telling your story several times because the doctor, the nurses, the other doctors,
Does that happen to you?
No, but I'm just saying, you know how you've been in the hospital and you have to constantly tell your story.
I'd be pissed. I'd be like, just get me off of this shit, please. Send me home. Give me some tea. Send me home.
I've done Molly.
Too scared.
Yeah, we'll tell that story behind the paywall though, because that story about the time I did shrooms and Molly. Not
together?
The same time, no, not together.
Oh, I want to say
two separate stories.
Together?
No, I ain't that experimental. What you said, trisexual last episode? I am not in a way trisexual in that way. No, I'm good. But it's two separate conversations about that.
I got you. I can't wait to hear it.
I know, right? But before we get into the stories, let's play a little This or That, a game sponsored by This or That. So it's a game that you can basically play with your partner or friends to get to know them on a more spicy, intimate level.
Okay.
All right, let's see what our first one is. Tavon asks, would you rather have an attractive person with no sex skills or a person with porn stars of the year skills?
It's giving neither because...
First of all, that's not how the game goes. You can't say neither. That's not how the game goes.
Like you said, my back is just not nimble. You ain't gonna flip me, put me nowhere. But the sex do gotta be good. So damn, maybe I'll tell the porn star chill a little bit, but it's definitely gonna have to be the person that knows what they're doing. And what's the thing though?
So porn star of the year, but you're not attracted to them at all.
You know what? Let me go for that because I knew there has to be an attraction to some, to some degree.
Some degree. Why am I having sex if there's not a slight attraction to you?
Because if I am attracted to you and the sex is whack, I'm going to become unattracted to you.
Right, exactly. So I'd rather be more attracted to you as we continue having
on
sex.
The inside.
On the inside.
Right.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you. It's nothing but putting a paper bag over somebody's head. Or doing it in the dark. We can do it in the dark, so I don't have to actually see your face. And then, that sounds so fucking shallow.
The paper bag, I'm stuck on a paper bag.
Paper bag. Ooh, babe, let's try something new. Yeah, just put this on real quick.
Put a little paper bag over you, babe.
Real quick. All right. Thank you, Tavon, for your submission.
All right. Now, this or that comes from Kara in NYC. Hey, Kara girl.
Hey, Kara.
What was about to ask? Would you rather eat ass or suck toes? A lot of ass talk.
There's a lot of ass talk. Okay. Honestly, I am eating ass because I feel like men do not have good toes. You ever seen a man? They was just talking about this on Twitter. Men be having the brown toe, like fucked up from like playing sports and shit. Like I'm good off of that. Like I don't want to take my chances. I'll eat your ass, baby.
You rather ass jam than toe jam?
I'd rather ass jam than toe jam.
I don't want no jam.
I don't want jam, period. Can we just have a clean man with good feet?
Can y'all start sending in this or that that don't have to do with ass? Always come down to the ass.
Always comes down to the ass. All right, our last this or that scenario actually is about our topic. So, would you rather do a drug that stimulates your coochie wet or a drug that makes your mouth water?
Definitely the coochie. I'm not about to be sitting there drooling on the person. Like, what is that? Am I a dog?
Am I a dog? Bark. You know what? I'm actually gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna say I think I want the drug that makes my mouth water, only because that's gonna be elite for giving head. Like
giving head all night.
like I'll be done. Like you know how like some men take like 15 minutes or 10 minutes to 15 minutes. It'll be done in like 3 minutes. Thank you. Spit, spit, spit.
Then the rest of the sex, you just drooling. Let me put it in your mouth. Like,
let me get on top of you, babe. Let me just drool in your mouth.
He might like that shit. He really might. He might.
All right, guys. We'll be back right after this break.
I'm not a squirter. I'm definitely a creamer. And I just saw my cream all over his beard. We swapped spit as I wanted to taste the cream, then held the spit in my mouth, unbuckled his pants, pulled down his briefs, and spat it on his dick. I let him mouthfuck me for a hot second, but it didn't last long because I kept heaving on it. You feel me? Oh, yeah. You feel me? Ooh, you feel me? We cooking it. What do you think of when you hear the word train?
Broadway Junction.
When it comes to sex, dumb.
And this is gonna make the men slap. You actually slap it.
Oh, I learned something new today.
They don't talk anymore, but not right.
Because no, it's because of you, nigga.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
The common denominator is Dom's dick.
No.
Before we get into these stories, let's have some foreplay with some wordplay. If you're drinking tonight, make sure you take a shot, take a sip of your drink, and if you're a smoker, make sure you take a pull of your spliff if you hear the word party.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, are you ready to hear these stories?
I'm ready. I want to know what y'all be doing.
Okay, let me just remind everyone, these are stories about people taking illegal drugs and having sex on them. So, let's get into it. The first one's called Munchies for the Munch. So I've known this dude for a few months, great chemistry, and somewhat flirty friendship. He bought me bud before, but we never smoked together. This one night he hit me up. I was pretty lit as fuck, and of course, horny. I knew I wanted to fuck his chocolate ass, so I texted him like, can you bring me some weed? He agreed and told me to meet up with him. When I walked in, he already pre-rolled my weed, which made me really happy, had liquor and munchies for me. I started smoking, passed him the blunt, and then explained when he smokes, it makes him horny. Every time I will pull his face closer to mine and blow the smoke in his mouth, a shotty. Wait, before we continue the story, you know what a shotty is, right?
Yeah, or like mouth to mouth.
Yeah, we can. Let's do it for the audience here.
You have to put your mouth on me.
No, we could just do it like this. Shotty, shotty.
Oh, like when you're like.
Yeah, you go like this. That's a shotty.
Yeah.
Imagine how sexy that feels. But anyway.
Shotty's sexy.
He grabbed me so tight and started sucking on my neck. We started kissing, then my dress was hiked up. He rubbed on my clit, asking can he rip my panties off. Yes, daddy. He then started sucking on my toes. I've never had that before. It was fucking amazing. His tongue touched every part of my body, ate my pussy like Thanksgiving dinner, and kept telling me how good I tasted. He wanted me to squirt on his face while he was fingering my pussy. It was wet and sloppy. It was running down to my ass, and he ate that up too. Once the dick got in me, I lost all control. We even used some munchies as props. I wrapped his dick in fruit roll-up and sucked every piece off. FYI, that shit was hella sticky. He pretty much got guap 5,000 and he deserved it. Even mid-session, I was smoking and blowing it all in his mouth because, baby, the weed had my chocolate candy all the way open.
She was in a bag.
My best sex partner to this day.
Whew.
Hey, what are you rating this story?
5 big ones.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That man had big dick energy.
Oh my god.
He had big dick energy.
At first, I'm like, ooh, I don't want nobody running around blunt for me, but I kind of like
see how it can be sexy.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like I came in and everything was already
Everything was ready for me.
Right. I'm gonna give this 5 chili peppers as well. Like fire, 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 fire.
Yes, it was sexy. I was getting a little visual.
Right. And even though, you know, weed is legal now, I guess the story was submitted. Maybe this happened before weed was legal. So shout outs to y'all. Mm-hmm. Shout outs to y'all. Have you ever fucked the plug though? Because she definitely fucked the plug.
Not for weed. I just happened to be fucking a plug.
Yo, I'm weak.
That is funny. Yeah,
I don't do any drugs consistently to even know a plug.
That part,
right? So like, I've never fucked a plug.
It just
before.
happened to be a guy that I was attracted to that happens to be the plug.
Oh, we should tell that story behind the paywall because I would love to hear that story about that. All right, let's get into. Actually, you know what? She did say what their zodiac signs are.
Ooh,
do you think you can guess it? But it's so good.
Okay. A water sign.
Okay.
And a fire sign.
Wow, wrong on both. That's crazy.
How do I still get it wrong?
Like, you didn't even say anything specific and it's still wrong. Okay, so the plug was a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she was a Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know that many Capricorns, so I can never really say.
I know a lot of them. All right, on to our next story.
Ooh, let me readjust.
Yeah, because this one's pretty wild.
That first story had me like clutching my chili.
Well, not clutching your chili. All right, this last story is called Acid Train.
Oh God!
Right, exactly. Acid Train.
Let me hold my baby.
Hold your baby, because I clutched my pearls when I read this one.
Oh God!
I was dating this young wild girl, and I kept her around because she was the definition of fun, but she was wild. She would go to the club almost every weekend, drink, and be on drugs. She came from money, and her parents paid for her living in New York City. As far as I knew, she would smoke weed, do Molly or ecstasy, maybe a bump or two. All normal party drugs. She invited me over to her place. She was having a party with a few friends. When I mean by a few friends, I mean all the punk hipster blacks you can find in Bushwick and Williamsburg. I pulled up with 2 of my friends that actually liked her. We get into her apartment, and as I expected, it was packed with people smoking and drinking. Jasmine, I changed her name, greeted me by the door and kissed me. I knew she was drinking and probably high off of weed or some other party drug. We get comfortable in the party and she starts introducing me to some of her friends as her situationship. That was fine because no way in hell would ever bring this girl back to meet my moms and my folks. My homies and I started to roll up and smoke. I get high to the point where I feel that my body is stone. Jasmine stops playing host for a minute and kisses me and asks me if I was good. I told her yeah and was smiling mad hard. I knew I was high. We started talking to one of her guy friends, and out of nowhere, he asked me if I wanted to take a trip. Me being my naive, I'm asking, take a trip where? As like locations? Him and Jasmine both laughed and said, no, take a trip with this. And he showed me stamps that had strawberries on them. I then laugh and say, wow, that's crazy.
Strawberry stems.
So if you guys don't know, he's introducing acid to him. Jasmine is trying to convince me that it would be fun, and she gets horny when she trips. Sex with Jasmine is top tier. She was my slut. I could only imagine how it was going to be on acid. I said, fuck it. Jasmine and I placed it on our tongues, and I guess I was waiting for it to hit me. Then it did. My skin got sensitive and tingly, and the LED lights in the apartment got brighter. People started to move a bit slower for me. Jasmine asked me if I was there yet, and I said yes. She took me to her bedroom. In there was the guy who gave us the acid. I was hella confused because, nigga, if you don't get out. Then Jasmine said to both of us, I want to suck dick and have dick in me at the same time. Usually I would have said no, but being high with a weed and acid had me going with the flow of everything. We both unbuckled our pants, and she started sucking both of our dicks. And I held her hair up with one hand and touching her titty with the other. Everything was sensitive to the touch. It felt like I was touching silk. After soaking our shit up, I decided I wanted first dibs in her pussy. I got on all fours, put on a condom, and stroked her from behind as she was sucking on the other guy's dick. I wasn't trying to make eye contact because the shit was weird to begin with. He's talking mad shit to her as she's sucking his dick, and I'm moaning because of how wet she got. We then switched. I took off the condom, and then she went to work. He was doing jackrabbit strokes, fucking up my head experience. I finally told him to relax so she can finish me off. Pussy on acid. Wait, what did he write? Oh, pussy on acid feels like the day you first orgasm. I kept calling her slut bitch, and she was nasty to take his dick, but suck me correctly, slapping her in the face every time she did it wrong. We switched again. I raw dogged this time because I wanted to nut on her back. The other guy ended up nutting her face. 5 minutes later, I nutted on her back. So she took the cum off the face and her lower back and started to lick it and say, Yo, that's the wildest shit I've ever seen on acid. It was much more intense. The other guy left the room and it was just us. She wanted more. After I get my dick back up, she rode me for another 10 minutes, no lie. I busted another nut. We clean up and head back to the party, but I was stuck on the couch for hours waiting to come down. So, just to recap, we have weed, we have acid, we have a threesome.
We have condoms and no condoms.
We have nut on face and back. It's giving porn.
Then we have another round.
Right. Like, it's giving, I saw this on Pornhub. That's what it's giving.
I mean, listen, I feel like when you are doing drugs in like a certain setting, anything can happen.
Yep.
And it just seems like anything happened.
Right. And that's
anything happened.
Right.
It was pretty calm for a threesome.
Right.
Because that's pretty basic for a threesome.
Right. Well, because like he said that the second guy was jackrabbiting while he was trying to get
out.
red. The guy was like, he's like, whoa, you messing up my experience. She came and sucked my dick right because
she just bit me.
Right. Because you was back there going like,
wow.
Yeah. Maybe it was a new experience for that guy too.
Maybe.
I don't know. But she fucked the plug and her situationship at the same time. Okay, sis.
Wow.
I love that for her. What are you rating the story?
That was a really good story.
It
I definitely
was.
would give 5 chili peppers for that. 5 jackrabbits.
I'm giving 5 strawberries. The acid that they took, that's what really started this all up. I'm giving 5 strawberries.
I hear people have like good experiences on acid.
Right.
I'm scared still.
I'm scared to do acid, but I'll go like shrooms. I've done shrooms, which is like,
Still not there yet.
It's, girl, I know you have to experience it. It really is amazing. Like when he said that it makes you feel sensitive, dead ass, like it makes you feel sensitive. Like, yeah.
It's not that I don't want to get there. I'm just like, I'm still quite nervous.
Right. And that's understandable because it's like, you don't know how that's going to affect
I
your
just
body.
don't know how I'm going to act, how I'm going to react.
Now she's going to be out on the streets butt naked, so about, oh my God, save me. You ever I guess, I'm like, what happened to A? Man, she took that shit.
She was on that shroom, the bitch started wilding. Like, yeah, sober, I'm nuts. So.
Yeah. Oh, that does make sense. So, like, what's going to happen when you're actually on drugs? All right. That was all of our stories.
Good stories.
I know, right? That was amazing. Let's go ahead and take a break after this.
Do you have a sex story you would like to share anonymously? Take a picture of the QR code or click the link in the description for your chance to have your story featured in an upcoming episode.
I can't believe that I got this badass chick, the only one that I really wanted to slap besides Dre or Lex. And I got her in the room. She's sucking my shit. Her phone rings. Some nigga, FaceTime. When she sees it, she grabs it and she has to answer it. It's my nigga. What nigga you left the club with? Where you at? Where you at? I'm like, oh shit. She's like, what you talking about? She's acting like she's asleep. She's like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, niggas told me you left the club with some nigga who you left the club with. So I'm like, yo, you know what? You only live once. I done got kicked out of the car. I done met
I've talked about this plenty of times.
Last time you talked about this, you went viral.
Right, the internet was calling me all types of Harless, you wanted to show your nipples.
She just wants to get fucked on.
Right,
They just want to be whores. Damn.
Like, and you know what's so funny about all of this? Someone sent in spicy advice just about threesomes. So let's get into it. He goes, I want to have an MMF threesome with my lady. I'm a straight male, but want to see her in the position of being dominated by me and another guy. How do I get there? So there's plenty of men out there who want to have MMF threesomes with their ladies or their partners. And I think that's totally normal. And
I love that for them.
I know, right? So his question is like, how does he get there? I feel like he just needs to have a conversation with her.
Yeah. I mean, if she says yes, then great.
Right.
Now y'all got to do the real hard part, which is finding somebody.
Right. And that really is the hard part. Like,
Yeah.
finding someone for your threesome is very, like, especially another man, because some men feel very weird about performing, one, in front of another man, or two, just the idea about it.
Like, where do you really go to find someone to do that? Like, is like on one of those dating sites, or is there like a hookup site for people who want to have threesomes in their couple?
Yeah, there actually is. I do know on certain sites, if you put you and your partner, they'll like turn off your account because it's supposed to be one-on-one, not you a partner looking for someone else. But they do have dedicated like apps for that when you're like, so I would say like if your woman says yes, right? Go on the apps first, and then, you know, and also sex parties too.
True.
Yeah. Sex parties, you can definitely find someone who'll be down for it because everyone's just
Y'all can do it that same
right,
night.
the same night. No preparation. But what if she says no? Then like how do you go about that? Because
Yeah. Well, if she says no, then she says no, right? It's
Yeah.
like you want to see this happen to your partner, but if she doesn't want to do it, then
or we can refer back to our tasty tips on how to introduce new kinks into the bedroom.
that's always gonna be like a bookmark for me.
It really is, because it's like, so my advice to you is to go back to the spicy advice that we had, and actually not the spicy advice, but the tasty tips that we had about, you know, introducing a new kink into your bedroom. So that will definitely help you for sure, because I know that it's hard to talk to your partner about something that you think that you're going to be judged for.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know how you always have like a fear that someone's going to judge you sexually because you like certain things?
I think that's an important thing about partnership, though. Like, I just wouldn't be with you if I didn't feel like I could talk to you about the things that I like. So,
Right.
I think they should be fine.
That space. Yeah. So, you know, we hope that
Let us know if it happens.
Yeah, I would love an update. Please
For
keep us
sure.
updated. Like, I would love that. But yeah, so thank you so much for putting in your submission. If any of you guys have a sexual dilemma that you want to be aired on the show, go ahead and click the link in the description below. All right, guys, that has been another episode of Spicy Chronicles. I am your host, Courtney Shaw.
And I'm Adrienne.
And always remember to keep it spicy.
That's spicy.